Okay, so my recording restarted. Okay, guys, continue with my work now. So basically, guys, I got myself 30 minutes to solve this problem, but I really solved it because I got with a bunch of people holding. I'm shaking it because you can hear. So you guys all can hear this paper. I'm holding paper right now. I'm holding my pen and everything. Okay, basically, I have to like I'll tell you this. Basically, I'm still a child. If anybody says I'm not a child, tell me, prove me to me I'm not a child. But I'm childish. Like, it's kind of hard a bit because when I have friends that are a bit bigger than me, they say to me, grow up, grow up. I say to them, grow down, grow into your shape, go into your form, go into your perfection. Because that means they're crazy. Because they're not well, because something wrong with them. Because when they say to me, grow up, there's something wrong with you. I say, grow down. Actual age, especially with children, some of the 18, the teenagers, really, children are all teenagers, all teenagers are just children because they don't even have the full rights of an adult, but they're trying to grow into their form as an adult. So no one's like perfect as a teenager, as a child, because everyone has some kind of craziness, because I'm perfect, because I know I'm perfect, because I know I'm perfect. I'm telling you I'm perfect, but when something goes wrong with a child, like they become maniac. I'm a rebellion against the council, so they think I'm a maniac, but I'm not a maniac. I'm a maniac to them, but they want to be a maniac. Okay. This country is so bad. So, I've already done this. But I can pull some insights from it, so I will leave it there. So, first of all, before I get into what I want to talk about, basically all the policies there work on something called a dynamic scale. The scale is like you get equity based on what you can do, what you want, what you could do, what you want to do, what you should be doing, what you could be doing, should, would, could, what you would be doing. But it's like a apartheid graph system for consensus. Now, for more difficult consensus, what is consensus? Consensus means I can do A, but should I do it? Is it right? Do I get something from it? I could do it. Now I would do B in context in my scenario, but would I can consent to B. But does that break my influence my would and my ability to do it later? Again, my could, would, should. So I could do it, but would I be able to do it later? Is it good for me to continue doing it? It's basically a rational. It's like morality. Like I could do it. I should do it. It doesn't matter the framework. I could, should, and would do it. So I could do it, but should I do it? Would I do it if I should get up to do it? Because if I don't do it, tell me something is wrong with me. Something about me is not going well. So could, should, do. Could, I would do it. I must do it. Now, so you get the my old video, other video like I need, want, and I can. If I want, I should. Basically, you get life before work. So breathing, inhaling, going to the park, out in nature. That's just normal stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's called learning from environment, adaptation. It's kind of like one issue for me. So you got that very important. That breathing is not the option, living is the option, and working is the option. For the new cool children, but I'm a child. I'm came as a child, but I am a child. Basically, I'm growing down. It's kind of funny because I'm not crazy, but people think I am crazy. So some people think I am crazy. They want me to crazy, but they want me to crazy. So basically, why I'm growing down? Basically, my oral cells to grow down. So basically, my oral cell is like going back to sort of problem. And funny enough, the problem is perfect for you guys too. Why it's perfect for you guys? Because I grow down. So when systems fails, I build my room. Now I'm building my room. But what's the foundation that I'm building on top of? The broken system, during foundation, my childhood. So basically, this is my ontological research of my childhood. I want you guys to take it like that. If you don't understand anything that's going on, So basically, all I wanted to build and do as fix as a child, what I wanted to do, my spiritual dream as a child. So basically, I'm in the UK right now. 19th of May 2001, my birthday. It doesn't really matter. I don't care about this stuff, but I care about them at the ontological level. So first things first, let's make this thing formal. Ontological research. What is it? I'm just giving you ontological research. This is my room right now. So this is like my reality. I mean, a 15th Asian way. In a KM research, this is my research on me. Because it's my PhD I'm doing in Nigeria. So basically, I'm documenting my research not just by pen and paper, but by NeuroDiv statistics. I want you guys to have this, 7 by 7s. Why 7 times 7 matrix? Basically, there are 5 senses that neurotypical have. The smell of this room. Guys, I'm being honest. This is the most honest thing I'm giving you guys. This is my room. The scene my bed is a mess. I'm seeing my bed mess. My room. Basically, I'm doing a camera around. I'm seeing myself. My bed, my touch. Oh, it looks so dirty. It looks so ugly. And then what? My eyes, nose, ears, nostrils, and then this beard is so dirty. Everything. So that's 5 senses. But that's we get 5 to 6 senses. 5 to 7 senses by a minimum for what? Neurotypical people, because they see stuff, but they have internal experience, whatever good in their head. Now, internal experience model is this. Basically, I know this for not for a fact, but from a lived experience. So basically, I'm getting people to this. So basically, neurotypical have 5 senses, but the experience is 5 to 7 senses maximum. What I mean, basically, if I talk to someone that's neurotypical, they can experience this just being normal. They can experience whatever the brain computer interface is. They want what I call relay. So the BCI relay systems. Basically, I can act on something. That's called infinite command. But if I can't act of it, it's not my world view. So I can't do something. If I don't really even know about it, because I can't act on it, so I don't know what is there. So neurotypical people are what? Bound by 5 to 7 matrix. 5 opens. That's open access. OPENIAXI. It's just open access research. 5 to 7 matrix. Now the 7 to 7 and above matrix 7. I'll come to that one now. Basically, the senses, the experience. Myself, basically, I can see stuff. Sense my scene. I can act what I'm seeing. I can move my hand, to get a pen. I put it on a pen, Put it on a pen, get a pen. Put it on a pen, get a pen. Just simple thing. But I can basically let's not even do that. So let's see my hand. I can stare at the camera for picture. I can see it. It's my eyes moving to the picture. Yep. Now because I have control of that sensory, I can move my head. So basically, the inverse kilometer. If I want to move my eyes, I can just move my eyes. So inverse kilometer is just to move the entire thing. I can sense it. So my skin can feel, but that's part of the sensory framework too. So I don't need to touch my skin to move my head. So that's homogeneous model. Homogeneous just means only my eyes. If I want to track the camera for a picture, I can move it, and the camera will track my head. We got the IK principle. So inverse kilometer is first for neurotypical people. Now I can do all of that thing, homogeneous data. So basically, if I want to act on something, I see it, and I move my eyes. Now I know my eyes is moving, blinking right now. I can blink. I can tilt my my iris, my eyes, my eyes for like a scanner, BCI scanner. I can look at my left, right. Boom. That's my pupils moving. My pupils are moving. Now we got pupils moving. But that's just my eyes, eyes only. Now the K principles. This is a cannot control. What can I do? I can move my head. But that's not my head. So basically everything else inverted. So if I want to just track my eyes, I want to be moving my eyes. But if I'm K, I can move my head. No matter the layer, I can move my head. Because my eyes itself does not need to move my eyes does not need to move. Because my eyes are move my head, other ways to get the camera to move, to look this way, whatever you do. So it knows me because I know how I basically. You guys don't know it, but there's this technology that Chinese are making to detect people who are walking. But the same thing. You have a walk cycle. So basically, people have different ways of walking. Because they grow into that form, grow into that persona. So the persona dictate how they walk. For me, I walk. I just want to get to where I'm going. So I'm in a rush. So I just said, "Don't get my way, get my way, get my way." For me, I'd be walking, not quickly, but in the pace to get there. On time. Or half the time, because I want to be there on time. So I get there half the time. That's logging. So basically, for me, 5 to 7 matrix is not enough for what neurotypical people. It's only enough for neurotypical, but not neurodivergent like me. How I see this, basically, I want to get to someplace. How I do so. 5 to 7 centuries. 5. Basically, I'm going to give you what I mean by a coherence operator. But I'll work out one for the people that are neurodivergent, people that are non-neurodivergent. Which is what the whole legislation. That means how we govern ourselves. So we have no problem. Perfect constitution. Not a country constitution. Because I'm not even aligned with the constitution, guys. You guys are very funny in Nigeria. So I don't guys want you can build your own, but open is my constitution forever. Okay. So 5. So what's called a coherence operator? So I want to give you, because this 5 is basically you got 5 plus 5, 10. So 10. If there are 5 human rights now, 5 human rights, that means this one is broken anyway. It needs fixing. So we need what? Another 5 human rights to make sure it works for everyone. Just for neurotypical people. Normal people know. Normal people only 10 human rights, but there are 30 human rights. There are 30 so far. So 10 human rights for neurotypical people, normal people. I have basically that we're gonna go to basically 30 human rights. So you get only 10 human rights for the rest of your life. I'm just being honest, you guys. Why? Because 5 times 5 is a minimum, 10 human rights minimum. But that no so that's 10, basically that's 10 human rights. I'm sorry, 5 plus 5 is 10. But 5 times 5 is what? 25. Because 5 times 5 means 5 and 5. But why? Because this human right minimum, this is a minimum maximum human right. Allowed 25 is no number allowed for the worst case. Worst of the worst. That means if you have no senses, you can't see anything. You can't even act. Because if I'm seeing right now and I can't act on what I'm seeing, and for life, and I'm blind, then I only need 5 human rights for my life. Because people can do other things for me. Can I don't want to do. But that's the problem. So I'm saying this person. You have no K. So the worst case is 5 times 5, Y 25 for you guys. But now you guys are special. You guys are special in your one way. So how I prove you're special? If you have 25 human rights, minimum. But you have 25. You have 3 of you. You yourself and basically 25 is 3. Now the 3 is just not a number that came from nowhere. Now you get to basically you are you. How you basically you get like what you need because you're normal. Because you need what you need. What you need. What do I need? Now what do I need becomes what? 5 what do I need? Who am I? What do I need? Want 5 and that's 23. 25 times 25 times 3 that will be basically my holy shit 25 times 3 25 times 3 basically we're just trying to give you the legislation how it works. 25 times 3 75 now 75 human rights just for normal people for whatever they want to do autonomously. So you're going to do 25 human rights. Now you need 75 human rights because 25 times 3 is what? 75 plus 25. Why? Because you need what you're gonna do, but you need the how, and that's the structure around the world. How you want to build it. Basically, you want to build your own neurotypical constitution. I didn't say neurodivergent because just I'm going in properly. Neurotypical. Now 7 times 5 plus 5 is 10. 5 10. So you need 10. So you need how the world around you treats you. 5 plus 5 is 10. Now 7, 8, 14, 150 human rights. This proof is not enough. So my constitution, we doubled 30. We give you 30 additional human rights. Not 16 human rights. Because that's what the Amnesty International enforces. So naturally you get 16 human rights. Now the additional 150 minus 60, because that's what the human rights basically just back in your kinematics, your inverse kinematics. Your right to act, freedom of expression. But I want to act on my. How do I do this? Basically, if you go to constitution, my constitution, you see all the points, spaces, and photos, everything. You see ways you can do everything. You don't have to create anybody. Just I want to get a bedroom. I get a. I want to get a house. I can do it. You guys don't need help. That's what that means. You're neurotypical. You're normal. So, but for me, that's why I'm thinking about you guys. I'm even building things against you guys. Some people, I'm not building against neurotypical. I'm building people who are sane. So basically, I'm I don't really care about people who are sane. Right now. So this is just 75. You only need mathematically. 75 plus 75 is what? 150 minimum. Now you get 75 for me because we use the same me, myself, and I. So 5 to the power of 3. 75 to the power of 3 because you guys cannot. You need what? 75 to the power of 3 is what? 421 875 human rights alone. So that's basically in the everything you can do. Which like my section 189B, which I give 30 council for £30 million. Because that means that you guys are boring. My thing is running 14 minutes. Basically, you can plus 25 human rights. That is fitting to the plus basically 60 human rights already in there. So it has to be 60 minimum. Because nobody cannot do 60. I'm surprised. That's double. That's double. 60 plus 75 as well. 75 plus 60 is a 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 135 human rights. Now, WC 60 just automatically covered. Basically, there's back for 30 human rights already in 60 human rights. It's basically we need 60, we need another 30 to back to 60. So we're gonna use 31 to back whatever you have. Just as this, that will come up of what 135 human, not neurotypical human rights. Just normal people. And that's how the system. That's only for you. It's never static. It's all dynamic scale. So basically, how the community officers work for you guys or everyone else that's neurotypical is you have triad model. So basically, the triad model. Let me try and explain to you guys because this may not understand what I'm saying here. I got this here. Competition. Here. So basically, this is like a model here for you guys. So this is what it says. Basically, this is a chemical. You get like an error. Or you can, when you get an error, you want to divert it to someone. But it's like a bi-direction. Usually, you have an error. One is like a constitutional violation. This is like human being violation. If you don't know it, so what you do is you can go on my. You want to someone gonna sue you. It can be something simple. Having a business and losing money, 10,000 how should I lost, or literally, being homeless and struggling asking people for NeuroDiv. So I'm saying to you guys, this helps. So basically, you get what 431 million, 437 legislation, like written documents, but not documents, just the human rights numbers. The articles. It has to be. They're not actually. So basically, all of these letters are just legislation notes. Notes. Basically, these are just all the human rights articles. The actual bullet points that can actually work to solve your problem. Pictures we can do. Things you can act upon. But when you click on some documents, you have to find what it is, what you're looking for automatically. So basically, like I'm saying to you, I don't want to do for you guys neurotypical, but think about myself because if I don't think about neurotypical first, those people that hurt me, I can't do my own. It's kind of hard to think about because you're annoying me. So you get basically you get 115 human rights normal naturally. So that's 115 human rights to 421, which you can act up. But the goal of this framework, for you guys, is to make sure to reduce all these problems, to reduce the number of human rights here in my frameworks into your framework. So I am not neurotypical. I am not neurotypical. If I was normal, I would just try to make it for myself only. But I'm neurodivergent, so I have to try to use your framework my way. So 421, 421, 877, 25,000, becomes what is now what the legislation is now has to be the minimum of 150 human rights. Because that's the only thing I can act on. Section 189B, Housing Act 1986. That's what I'm thinking properly. Because that's the maximum I can get. Basically I can get. That's the That's the only one I have because I'm neurotypical. I'm thinking of this. I'm not masking. I'm thinking of some new. Because your system is broken. So I'm thinking like you guys. But mathematically, so my one is just like that. It's completely able somebody. It's okay. But this one is basically this is an error model here. Let me try. Basically, I've introduced you guys now. But that's just a heterogeneous model. Basically, you got 75 times 2 times 3. Oh, sorry. Basically, so basically, choose 75 to the power of 3. Because me, myself, and I is passed. But the 3 is like just you get to say you have to have the constants there. But the work all dynamic constants. If you ever change a dynamic constant like 2 to 3, that's a good reason because that would change the system for everyone, and that person is not neurodivergent or something's wrong with our framework entirely. It doesn't allow, it doesn't give consensus. It doesn't say, okay, am I permitted to do this because I belong there? Do I fit in this category? Do I class myself at this class? Or did I class myself? So when you change the constant in the dynamic scale framework, such as the 5 to 7 range, which is like a number, it's a constant number for a neurodivergent. Basically, 5 senses, for the words the best words, people that don't really experience much neurotypical, and then 6 if you can see something, if you can observe them, the world around them, and can act, but cannot relate. 100% of those things. And then based on the 7 is like, I'm neurotypical, but can relay everything around. I can tell you everything I know. I can speak and shout. I'm just normal. Just normal guy that's perfect. But I'm not perfect. I'm not typical. But it is normal for me. So I'm telling you guys how I do it. So let's go to the error system. So that's open sensory preservation. Okay. Basically, adults. I need some document here. Bro. 2 to 1 macro. Yes. The summary means duality. So basically, the thing I'm saying to you guys, I've got the framework right here. Let's open sensory. So you see this one. So this is an error model. So this one's here. So this same thing. But for bunkers. So basically, so you guys get 1 to 7. You just get 1 to 7, but we get I'm neurodivergent, so 5 is not enough. It's not even the question number, because I start from 7 to, but that's the constant. Obviously, I'm inverting it because I invert stuff because I don't like stuff, because things I don't like I just invert it. Bubbling errors is who find basically this is an error in my system. It doesn't work for me. I just get rid of it. That's my neurodivergent power. I don't care what's wrong, what are my things. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work at all. It doesn't work at all in my framework, so I get rid of it. So where I go with this? So you guys are neurotypical. Let's continue this. This is very powerful. This is a bunker and a normal person. What? This is a trial model. 3 normal people. What I call typical, no typical, boring people. If there's an error in their bunker, in the constitution, which it's okay for them to be an error, the computer must flag it to very back animation. So this error, if you get 1, this is minus 1 error, that means the computer has detected something. But is that something true or fake? The computer doesn't know. Because the computer just say, oh yes, something's wrong. So basically, one thing you guys, if something's wrong here, like not with us. So you got like the 2 boxes here. So you got like variant stuff, like things I want to do, something's wrong, and then you got the homogeneous layer, variant homogeneous, like taxonomy. Basically, it's a variant thing. It's normal. It's a standard thing I want to do. I can do it every day. I can walk. I can talk. I can speak. But I'm normal. So I can able to just check it right. Anything. Just normal for me because I'm just normal. So it's homogeneous. That means the data is making sense to me. And then this homogeneous thing has what a QM is true positive. I can check. Oh yes, I've done it. I can take a bit true positive, true negative, false positive, negative, false negative category, and you get true positive category, and then we get sparse data modeling. So now, very important, guys. Me, myself, and I. Basically, that's all it did. So you get like a 4 to 3. Yeah. So basically, everyday thing is here's what I do. Like I get up, I get a food water shelter, food water shelter. It's mathematically computable for me. So if I don't get food, something I come on my credit card. Because and I want to basically come out for someone in the system. I don't really care in the constitution. As long as that person, I have an equity with that person. Basically, you allow 3 to 6 maximum, 3 to 6 people in your constitution. Basically, 3 times 2 is 3 times 2. 2 times 3 is 9. Now, why 9? Because me, myself, and I is you, yourself, and you. We have 3 friends in your groups. 3 times 3 is 9, but 3 plus 3 is 6. So 6 people, 6 to 9 people is what the minimum. I'm allowing you to have. Basically, is the minimum. And now, basically, the minimum is this. Now, the union operator is the coherence operator. So basically, the plus sign and the times sign are the same in the union framework. So the union, if you want to join some kind of platoon that's neurotypical people, only boring people. Now I do 9 plus 6. That'll be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 people. Now, that 15 people will be in my platoon. But now, that 15 people in my platoon is more army for new people, because you're boring. Because there's 3 of us, but we need something else for us, because that's you guys are something called the wingmen, the new typical wingmen. This is a bunker thing. So let's get to this properly. So this one here, you see this one? this -1 here is just neutral computer only, because you know there's 7 sensors you have, you know, only. So when it's in error, that virtual sensor, so you go -2, -14. Now, in the truck, basically the red, basically if this -14 is a red, that means that the system is failing, and some kind of bomb is gonna come your way into your house or something. You know, you're in danger. You're in danger only. But this computer is checking you're in danger. So basically, you're not checking directly. You just checking directly. You don't want to check directly because you don't want to put yourself in harm's way. So you just say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna use the computer, but I'm gonna frame it as -2 for myself. You know, I'm the black node. I'm safe. So, but the red node is there. So it flags. Oh, something's coming. I'm not sure. -14. Now, your job is to use the triad model here. So, is this -14? Yes. The triad model 14 becomes 13, 12 -12. But you know, you have to go to what? 1 minimum. But you know, you have to do it quickly. Basically, the computer has to have to recover from this error too. So, you know, -14, it goes -13, -12, -11, -12. But you know, if it does get to what? -2, it will do it properly. How basically you go basically using a red black pruning to do it. So if the error is not matching anything, it's pruning. Basically, can match. Basically, this is just category theory and computational. Basically, this symbol -14, the computer never stores it as a number or some kind of thing. You know, the goal is to have this computer understand that it's in danger. You know, something's not happening to you. You know, alert you. So if it says, oh, -13, -14, I'm going to go to -12, -13. You know, I'm gonna bubble up. Solve my problem. You know, what is it? You know, it's gonna say, oh, myself, Nami's not in danger. You see what I'm saying? Nami's not in danger. So the goal of this framework is to give you the tree node model. First of all, I'm gonna say this tree is me in danger. You know, because I'm gonna give you the why this works for me, guys. You know, so you guys understand where I'm coming from. Now, once and for all, don't ask me what problems I have, guys. Say this. So basically, I'm homeless. So then November 2020. But you know, why was I homeless? How could I? Because to get with your model here. Let me give you that model there because I'm being authentic to you. Authentic research, namely. I'm gonna stop scrolling up. I'm gonna say, okay, homeless land and virtual engineering. So basically, I was home for 2 months under Thorough Council. I was a victim from 15 Isham Way, IG50EQ. Basically, I was victim from 70 Hathaway Road, IG RM17 6SB in what? Thurrock. But Thurrock was bad, you know. Thurrock Council, business richness obedience Saturday 23rd of November. I lost £10,000 under homelessness. I was in duress. I was in desperate need of a house. Asked Ade Remuru for a house. He said Thurrock Council evicted me. I'm being evicted, and he sent Thurrock an email with Kate's Echo. And I was homeless on 29 November to Nigeria, and I lost £10,000 for Cambridge to work on the social care system. Basically, Namdi, I was on the street, but I was in Best Western Hotel. Now, Best Western Hotel was like literally cold at night. So basically, I went there 29 November, I was homeless, and then 30th November, I was there. Basically, I stayed there for 1.5 weeks. I spent 300. Oh, sorry, not 600. I think it was. Oh no, shut up timer. Basically, it was £372 per week at Best Western for 1.5 weeks. Sorry, 1.5 months, no weeks. That's £360 per week for 1.5 months. You know, so basically, time is the element there. You're thinking of now. So 1.5 week is what? 1 week, 1.5 weeks, 1 month and a half. Sorry. So they are 28 months. Which I have to compute it because I'm solving my problem. 28 months times what? 28 months times a half of a month. That's a week. 14. Basically, 8 days I was homeless. That was 1.5 months. 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Now, 3, 2, 4. 3, 2. 32. So I spent £250. I had £10,000, which I lost. But of course, just bought a house. But I didn't want to buy a house. I wanted a free house under the social care system, 1825K, which was denied. I'm saying issues way. So £250. I spend per day for food. Essentially, just like in the hotel, being in the hotel, and I was evicted from the hotel too, and I stayed in what's his name, Edward for a day. Edward's house for a day. I called the council. And they say no. Basically, they say no to me. The council, they say no to the Thorough Council. Basically, the council said no. They keep saying no to the hotel. We don't know Namdi. We don't know Namdi. And then then I went from there. £352. £352. Basically, I spend the same money per week per day. But you know, basically, I even thought this month, 2 months I was homeless. 2 months I was homeless. I was just hallucinating. You know, I started losing track of time. So time was distorted for me because I think it was just 2 weeks I was on the street. You know, 2 weeks. So that's the problem with time. So that's basically I'm trying to maximize time for you guys now. That are neurodivergent, not the people that YouTube. I don't care about them. So you don't die on the street. So I was thinking 2 weeks. But 2 weeks of survival. I was basically in the third week. I was thinking time. What I was thinking, I just had a plan to get there for 3 months, get out there, because it was November to 29 November was what 29 November 28 January was 3 months. 29 November, 28 29 November to January to was November, December, January. I came here 28 November, 28 January. I came this come again 29 but 28 January I was like there. So basically, this is my first week. This is a one-to-one mapping of it. And which one is bad? So the first mapping was okay. I said okay, I'll live here in 3 weeks time. 3 weeks time I'll get a house. You know, but you know, now became 3 weeks, became 3 months, and I basically was hallucinating time. So basically, so this is what I'm saying to you guys. You can't just give it to one framework. You know, the time was missing. Basically, this is why it's meant to work for everyone. If I start hallucinating time, I stop working where I want to work. But you know, I said I'll be there for 3 weeks. 2 weeks in the best way to know. I go to Premier Inn. I was still waiting for the house. I couldn't get a house. You know, I had to go to January. Now, 2 weeks house. 2 weeks is 2-to-1 mapping. So if two solutions don't work, you rebuild something, you get another solution. You know, you don't even want to make that mistake no more. Which is a policy now in my framework here. So basically, you get here, which is a policy that demands a policy, which it changes ever again in life. So if you get here, for me, I was using your framework. So -1, -2. Basically, if I try something here 1, I join -14, and then I try that again. It fails. It fails once. It fails twice. It goes to -2. Then I have to fix it. I have to come in and fix it. Something has to happen. The computer cannot be acting like this. The computer is hallucinating. But this is all category here. So this -4, -12 is the same as -14 here. Basically. So this -2. That means everything is okay. I can fix it. But you know that -2 can be more information, more insights. So what I need to do is do this. So basically, if I get -1, then the computer can't fix it. That -1 is not 0. It's not 0. That means there's no error. It's not uniform. That means it's not happening with my worldview. That's okay. Everything in my world is not okay. Even my, you know. And then -1 to -2. I get -2. So when basically my -1 triggers -2 automatically and -14. -14, the computer can fix it. You know. But you know, I get -2. Which is isomorphic to -1. This is something very bad is gonna happen. You know, so -2 in the human in loop, human on the loop, human out of the loop. Human is not working. It's equal to the maximum distress of my sensory preservation as a not normal person, a normal person, so-called normal boring person, neurotypical senses. You know, -14 means like the computer can fix my problem. You know, but you know, if computer has a problem, it can fix it. So it goes to -14, it goes to -13, etc. And it goes to -2. But that -2 check is very important for me to come. Oh yes, this computer says -14 to me, but you know, I'm getting an error, so I'm at stage 2 of my error here. So basically, so stage 1 automatically stage 2. Yeah, so basically the -1 to stage 2. Oh, stage 2, I go to stage 2. Stage 2. Now, stage 2 is where I start acting on my problem. Basically, if the computer cannot fix my problem, where the food is my problem. K principle. Okay, basically kinematic stress because the computer can do it itself, so I don't get involved. The IK principle. Oh, IK can stage 2. Oh, that's why it's called a 2 -2. But I get -14 notification. Basically, I'm just forming this as a coding table. Basically, the data is sparse. You know, I get -14, but nothing can mean like it's like a tally system. So if I tally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these things are the same. But the only difference is that you know this is non-uniform data. So this is tally. So basically, if I do this is a 5, this is a 10, 5 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is more. This is symbolic. This is more symbolic. This means a lot more to me. So basically, so this is what neurotypical people are. So for me, you see the tally, just the lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, this is 5 here. Now, this is 5 here. So basically, my anti-hallucination, all my anti-hallucination engine is based on this, the tally system. Because if I tell lines of 1 line, a 2 line, a 3 line, 3 line, that's a 4. That's like 5 already. But if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the track, that's a tally already. That's a tally. I give 5 and 9, but I can 60. I have to add another 1 there. So basically, I want to know quickly. Oh, I'm distressed. I want to know even before that this work. So basically, any UI layer as a policy in my framework has to ensure that I am actually getting the red. I'm getting alerted properly. If I see a red notification, red blood, I don't want to be, I don't want to think, let me patch it, let me call this red notification, let me just quote it, let me just try to, because red can be in blood, I'm bleeding, but I don't know. So basically, it was basically I'm trying to signal distress. So distress. So I know I'm distressed. I'm not hallucinating numbers, anything. So that's what I'm saying. Basically, I'm using this category theory, verb noun classifier. If I say food, water, shot, I need it now, not tomorrow. So basically, 5 category A, B. Basically, 5 errors here. This is like a 5A. It's basically the word box on uncountable pi sets for me. So what I mean by that, it's not hallucinating. It's not. If you have uncountable solutions to problems, why can't you have uncountable? If you have if you're normal, so basically infinity is like uncountable to me. Because I'm autistic, ADHD, but basically my uncountable infinity is not your uncountable. Basically my view, my 7 senses already, 7, 8. Basically my matrix goes from 8, 7 or 8. Basically I'm 7. Basically starts at 7 minimum. Because my senses, I have 7 senses to perceive. But the key principle is union, time. I can act on my time. Basically union plus, basically if 7 plus 7 is what, 14. Now 7 times 7 is what, 49. But the whole set of 7 times 7, my sense position that can act, IK principle reign. It was 7 times it's 7 times 7 7 times 7 is 49. That's the one I can act on, but that's my key principles. Inverse kinematics, that's like inverse I can see, that can act on it. I can stress it, but the key things I cannot act on, I have to take into consideration. So maybe we can act on it later, but I don't have the money to, I don't have the time to. That would be key principle. So the key principle will be 49 times 49. That will make it new set, new segment. So I have to think about what I need now times what I need now. For 49 times, basically 49 times 2 is what? 49 times 2 is what? 81. 1 at the end. 4 times 9. Oh, my time is finished. No? Oh, it's past. Okay. 49. Once again, let me put Otta here. Because Otta should be recording this right now. But Otta will not do it. Okay, let me just stop this. Okay, let me not transcribe that now. Let me just record this now. It should recording. Okay, yes. Okay. Okay, this is my Otta AI. Yeah. Okay, let me try to do it now. Okay, so basically, I'm computing to myself. So basically, 49. Basically, it's like guys. If you think you have anything to do with human rights, just prove it first. Show me we can do that thing and use this framework, use legislation. That's what I'm giving you guys now. So the legislation is like this. 7 times 7 is what? 49. Now 49 times 3. Because I, me, myself, and I see in triplets. I see what I can do. What I can do, just by directly, suing Torah Council, But I don't see that. I need like 3. What 49 times 3 is what? What 49 times 3 is what? 49 times 3 is 147 rights already. And then 147 K rights, kinematics rights. So basically, there's some kind of inverse kinematics rights. What I cannot do, but wanting to do, is K rights. So basically, this can overlap the food, water, and shelter. The food, food for tomorrow, food for next year, etc. 147 times 2 is K rights. That'd be 200 and. So if you think about next day, always you don't want to think about the next day, but you just want to think about doable again. 7, 8, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 8, 9, 9, 298 rights total. Now, that one is me, myself, and I. I'm happy with 294 rights. Minimum, ever minimum. So this is 294 rights minimum for neurodivergent people that I can act on and not act on, depending on how old I am. 294 human rights minimum. But that means that I have to do 147, 294, 294 human rights. Also, 290. Also, is it? Oh, okay. Basically, 147 times 2 is what? Sorry, number plus 147 is 4, 8, 9, 10, 304 human rights. 304 human rights minimum. Sorry, guys, for me, because I started hallucinating. And then that 304 human rights for me has the minimum characteristic of now working what? 304 times 2. But that's the same thing as 244 plus so basically you get 147 times 147 times 147. That'll be 147 squared. That'll be 147 squared will be 210890169. So basically, guys, I'm giving you guys them. If I try to coerce you again, give them whatever, give them some argument based on this framework. They can argue anything they would like. You can be bureaucrats. I don't like the bureaucrats. And even the NeuroDiv, I don't care. That means I get 147 constitutional rights automatically via 269. I want you guys to really stretch this in your framework, in your view, and that should map. Basically, you can frame it anywhere, anyhow you want. Like this happened to me, or something. But to fit in their framework too, to fragment it, to block the whole thing. That's me suing it. So I'm giving you guys my framework to do it properly. But 7 to basically, I get 7 human rights minimum by what I see again. But and then one can act on IK, but it's not enough, guys. Because 7 human rights never. But that's 7 times 2, 7 times 7, 7 times 2. That's 49. So basically in my framework, new developers will get what 49 human rights if there's ambition. Okay, basically, guys, the policy now, any new developers people get 49 human rights minimum in the constitution. Not 30 no more, because I just computed it properly. But at the maximum allowed, if they double it, is 7 times 7 is what 49. Now 7 plus 14, 7 plus 7 is 14. Now 14 plus 49 is what? 9. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now 4, 5, 6. Now we get 16 human rights. So basically, the union, the and of the human rights, no one can remove it. Union of 7 times 7 plus 7 times 7 is what? Basically, it's supposed partial modeling. Basically, if the new theory, that's a new operator in the human rights domain. Like this kind of a quantum operator for adding and subtracting, adding stuff up in human rights, and someone has some conscious anything. We add it automatically, but we don't care. We don't want anybody dying there. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for watching my human rights video. So basically, in my constitution framework, you have 49 human rights minimum and 16 human rights maximum. If you are, you have 16 human rights maximum. Oh, you do have 16 human rights. Yes, I was right. Because you double it automatically. Yes, 9. No, wait, basically 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you have 63 human rights maximum if you're neurodivergent on the spectrum. 63, 5, yes, thank you very much. Thank you guys for watching.